Welcome to Alchemize Yourself Tarot. Sometimes the universe doesn't ask you to let go. It burns everything down. Your old identity, your old attachments, the version of you that can no longer follow you forward. But beneath those ashes, something is still alive. The phoenix doesn't rise despite the destruction. It rises because of the destruction. So we're going to be exploring in this pick a card reading what is collapsing, what is being burned away, and what is rising from the ashes for you at this time. So let's choose your piles. We have pile number 1 is this Amethyst wand, and your card is nocturnal animals, moon animals, nocturnal magic. And for pile number 2, we have this Carnelian wand. And you have moon essence, imbuement. So take a moment and decide what pile you feel like you're resonating with at this time when it comes to what's being transformed or reborn in your life. And after you choose, we're going to get started on your piles. And the timestamps will be in the description box down below. Hello there. This is for those of you who picked pile number 1 with the Amethyst wand. And you have moon animals, the nocturnal magic. And this is really cool, okay? Nocturnal magic is the ability to understand mysteries, shadow work, divination, illusion, bane magic, and ancestral magic. So your phoenix energy is your ability to see in the darkness. I like this, pile number 1. This is about ethereal whispers, fleeting shadows, and a ghostly presence in the dead of night. And what's awakening within you is your natural ability to connect with those who have passed. So some of you are going to be doing some powerful ancestral magic. Whatever you've been through, it has forged this strength to come to terms with the effects of the pulsating black void, an empowering presence that's summoning you to step from out of the shadows. You know, when you've been burned really badly as far as life goes, you become very powerful in seeing into people, not in like a judgmental way, but you're able to see deeply into not just what people and who people are, but you're able to like see into the depths of life itself, the underlying meaning. Because some of you have had to find that meaning within yourself after having gone through some really dark experiences. Nature has a dark side, and light can only be seen through the darkness. Ooh, I like this. As your eyes adjust to your surroundings, you start to see more clearly. So as you've adjusted to the darkness, you've been in the darkness so long, and I'm not laughing at your grief, but it's like you've been in the darkness so long, your eyes have adjusted to it. That's your power. You may see nocturnal animals as power animals. There's a little hedgehog here. Obviously the black cat, which we love. The owl. The rabbit. so your sharp sense of instincts and awareness have gotten really fine-tuned from whatever you've been through. Sharp and beady-eyed animals, they're drawn to the moonlight. Your senses heighten as you adapt and become more active after the witching hour of midnight. Nefarious deeds are uncovered when you take advantage of the lunar forces in nighttime rituals. So harness your nocturnal powers to cast spells through dark ether until all illusions are shattered. The darkness is empowering you at this time. So something plummeted you into the darkness, but this is where you're going to get your superpower. People are not going to be able to trick you. You're going to be able to see everything. I love it, pile number 1. So let's get started on your reading. So what fell apart? What put you in this energy of adjusting to the darkness? Because what else can you do? What other choice do you have when you're in the darkness but to just adjust to it? What put you here? What fell apart? We have 3. The Empress in the reverse. Well, something definitely was not growing. You weren't being appreciated. You weren't being seen. You weren't being valued. There's been a major blockage here when it comes to how you present yourself in the world. And you've had to become very defensive as a result of this. 7 of Wands. You've had to fight to regain your throne after being treated really unfairly with the Justice card in the reverse. Things have been very unfair, unbalanced, lacking. Some of you feel like you're always having to prove yourself to people. They just don't see your value. And when people don't see your value, they mistreat you. They don't treat you very well. Some of you have even had to overcome legal battles, relationships ending, people breaking contracts and promises to you. You've had to go through a lot of loss, and it's caused you to set really strong boundaries with people. You've had to fend for yourself. It's like everybody coming up against you. And the new self that's emerging is the world. I love it. I'm here for it. The world. You've integrated some very important life lessons here. The new self is surrendered, integrated, happy on your own, no longer fighting. You went from fighting with people and defending yourself to freedom and surrender. You've gone through a major transformation here. Or you will soon be going through this transformation. Sorry if you hear the dogs barking for the dog. The grief that's still lingering here, though, is the King of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, somebody moved on. You dealt with unrequited love, Two of Cups in the reverse. You had to leave this connection, someone chose to go in a new direction. And this is somebody that you really admired, somebody that you really relied on. You looked up to this person. But with the Two of Cups in the reverse, the two of you weren't compatible. It was unrequited. This person had other plans. And you're grieving that you had to let them go with the Six of Swords. Or they had to let you go. So this was definitely a relationship that ended. This person, maybe you felt like they wanted other things. They no longer wanted to treat you fairly or be in a relationship with you. There could have been a lot of trying to prove yourself to this person, and they left anyway. You're closing out this cycle, though. You're releasing it. You're surrendering it. But the strength being forged from this lingering grief, there's definitely strength being forged here. You know, that's the greatest strength, is knowing when it's time to surrender or let go of a person. You know, if they don't value you or want to do right by you, even a good person, if they're not wanting to do right by you, they're not your partner. You know, they're not gonna, you know, what else can you do? The strength is Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, letting go of that expectation when it comes to a particular person. Four of Swords, making peace with it. Your strength is you make peace with plans not working out. That is a big lesson. And that is the hardest thing to surrender and deal with, is, hey, it didn't work out. We weren't on the same page. You have to make peace with it. You can't control people. You can't change people. And, you know, as you go through life and gain wisdom and go through cycles, you start to understand you're not always going to be on the same page with people. You're not always meant to go where they are going, and that's okay. It's not there. We're not here to vilify people that we're not compatible with. We're here to reach a place of peace and acceptance, and I think that's what you're doing here. But something about your identity had to die. This relationship or connection was very transformative for you, but this could have been lessons in regards to your value, what's fair for you, what's good for you, what's going to create growth in your life. But see, that identity of self-doubt is what has to be burned away. Yeah, the identity that died is this hopefulness, the Page of Pentacles. Could be that you were always open-minded before this happened. But the Page is how you see yourself too. Maybe you weren't seeing yourself as being an Empress yet. Also, the old identity is of being open and naive to new experiences. That can be a tough one, right? There's an innocence that is stolen when things don't work out. And you have to learn the hard way. What identity died within you? That Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you put a lot of hope into this connection. You were open for it. You had your map. you felt like you had found a path, a direction to move in, and sometimes that gets blocked. But but it's important for you to stay open because you have new opportunities coming in. Page of Cups in the reverse. The opportunity following destruction is there's an opportunity for creation and new love experiences, but I'm getting that some of you are really blocked off to new love right now. You're not trusting yourself. Some of you are struggling to meet people that match you. You feel like they're all pages. There's nothing there. There's no substance. You're starting to realize that you need to be complete within yourself because we can't always rely on the people around us to validate who we are. I'm getting that you've started rejecting people pretty quickly after this connection. It was like you kind of just shut down. Some of you are still in that process of shutting people out, shutting people down. The opportunity is you're not going to just naively jump into love. Some of you are going to pursue a creative hobby or like a new interest, or you're going to start to get back into your inner child because the pages are about having new experiences, like a return to innocence in a sense, like not really focusing on love. So that's been a struggle for you, is to redirect your energy away from a particular relationship, especially if it was a long-term relationship. Some of you just got out of a long-term relationship with the World card, the Empress, and the Justice card being in reverse. It was a relationship where you were not appreciated or valued. A relationship where you overgave and the person never appreciated it. It's like they benefited off of it. I'm getting that this King of Wands actually benefited off of keeping you in that Empress in reverse energy. They were, able to move forward on their goals and plans. Maybe you felt like this person really easily moved on, and that can be an ego death when someone just kind of, it's like, oh well, they just healed and moved on, and you're kind of just scrambling to reinvent yourself. What you're struggling to release is, this need to work. I'm also getting that you need to focus on your energy into new things to build and work on, new people, because you were putting a lot of effort into this other situation, this relationship. You're struggling, maybe you did struggle to work through things with this person for a long time. You tried to make it work. You tried to make them see a new way of doing things. You tried a lot of different things with this person. And it was just not it. Between the two of you, you just couldn't get on the same page. It's like you tried to get creative, or you tried to be different things. But what you're trying to release is the need to fix something. And what I love is you went from the Three of Pentacles, really struggling to maybe fix something, to figure out a new way of doing it, and to just surrendering it. The World card is like just accepting something. the new destiny that's awakening is the Five of Wands in the reverse. You're not going to struggle anymore. You're not going to fight. You're not going to overstay a situation where you're constantly struggling, arguing, fighting with people. There was a lot of drama. And what happened is, it could be that other people got involved to try to make something work, or they interfered with something working. There was just nothing you could do about it. Sometimes it's not even you and your person. It's everybody surrounding the situation, and you're realizing you just can't make it work. There's too much drama to try to make it work. Five of Wands in the reverse, you're not going to deal with a bunch of drama. You're not going to have a relationship where everybody else, you know, gets to have their opinions on the matter. You know, it's like, it just, you're valuing your peace now. So that's something that you're recognized. It's like, it's a lot quieter. It's a lot more peaceful. You don't have all this drama surrounding your energy, their energy. Because a lot of times when you're in a relationship with somebody, long-term or short-term, you start to pick up on all that energy surrounding the connection, whether or not it's yours or theirs. You're just kind of sitting in that cauldron. There's like a big cauldron, and everybody's dumping energy into it. I love this image of the Five of Wands. The cats are hissing. There's a lot of women here too. A lot of witches. And they're all just struggling to come up with a solution. Some of you, it was like even your friendships. It was like everybody had something to say. But what's remaining is this Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you're cutting ties with people. And the thing is if it was a long-term relationship, you lose friendships. Because a lot of times friendships, a community is built around a relationship, right? So it's like you start to cut cords with certain people, particular people that were connected with the two of you. People that were at your wedding, I mean, things like that. I mean, there's a lot to unpack. But the future that's wanting to rise is the Magician. I love it. This is you stepping into your power. You're taking your power back. You're realizing that you can create and manifest the life that you want. You don't need this. In fact, what it was doing, it was actually blocking who you truly are. The Empress in reverse. It was blocking who you truly are. It was blocking what you truly want to create for yourself. So you're becoming the Magician. I love this, pile number 1. And guess what? You have spidey senses, nocturnal senses. You can see. You've seen so much when it comes to people. You can see right into people after this experience. You know exactly what's going on. And I have this new deck. It's called the Thirst and Desires. This wasn't particularly a love reading, but we're gonna pull it out for you guys. Vampire, some vampire energy. Well, and you're nocturnal now from an energetic standpoint. So what do we need? Illusion. What you see isn't the full truth. Things may not be what they appear to be. You're going to be able to see through illusions. You know when something's up. You know when something doesn't feel right. And you're also, what I'm getting is you're getting in tune with your own energy. See, this is nighttime. You're able to make peace with yourself because you know your energy. You're not getting pulled into other energetic streams by having certain people around you. What else? Fixation. Their focus is locked onto you. It's becoming difficult for them to let go. Someone became very fixated and manipulative. Ooh, someone is controlling the situation behind the scenes. Not everything. Yeah, you picked up on somebody's fixation with manipulating you, controlling you. Possibly even other people. Sometimes other people get fixated, right? They get fixated on your business. And they're manipulating the situation. 5 of Wands. And you're releasing those people because they have no business in your business, right? They're fixated on it. And they feed into it. We have reunion. Oh gosh, I'm not seeing a reunion. This connection is coming back together. Separation was not the end. I'm getting that you tried to have reconciliation and reunion, and you're accepting that you're not going to with the 4 of Wands of the reverse. You did try to make this connection work, or your person did. And balance, give and take is becoming equal, harmony. Yeah, you demanded some sort of balance. That Justice card in the reverse, you're recognizing that something was not balanced. They may have people may have manipulated the situation to get you two back together. Oh God. That could be a storyline for some of you. It's like other people, they tried to get you back together. Anyway. Let's get one more message and then we're closing this out. You guys. I love you guys. I love pile number 1. But you're totally manifesting something new. With the World card and the Magician and the 4 of Swords, you're like, oh, I finally can sleep. I finally have some peace. And you're doing it. Yeah, prophecy. You're going to become more powerful after all of the dust has settled from this. This is a prophecy. This is a vision for you guys. Maybe you're in the middle of all of this and you're like, well, how are you going to come out on the other side? But I see this for you. I see it. And we have snake, deception, betrayal, and difficulties. Yeah, you're going to see the snake in the grass. You're going to see when people are trying to manipulate the situation. You know, moon animals can sense danger. You can sense when people are being deceptive. And that, it's like you can see the snakes. Oh, I love it. And we're going to close it out here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. And yeah, I love it. Pile number 1, you are becoming a very powerful person. After all of, you were during it, but definitely once you're through it, it's going to be powerful. Bye. Hello there. This is for those of you who chose pile number 2 with the Carnelian wand and the card of Moon Essence Imbuement. This is a card where you are in between your old cycle and your new cycle. Some of you are in a transition phase and you're finding yourself between the worlds, neither here nor there. And it's not comfortable when you feel half dead, but also half alive, trying to hold on to what's left of the light. A world that influences and draws you into the depth of its darkness, where you can hide away within the safety of its shadows, has left you bereft, as unexpected disruption has taken its toll. So, unable to express the deepest part of you, your true essence has become lost along the way. That spark and unique part of you seems to be missing at this time. As the new moon now streams its promises of a new beginning, it's time to stand strong. It's imbuing you with new gifts and the spiritual essence you wish to reclaim. Let the magical workings unfold as you become immersed in the soft, loving energy of the moon. It's time to value yourself properly, to trust your intuition, and to step into your authentic self. So this is about stepping into a new beginning. Some of you still may be in the process of self-reflection, but there's going to be new projects, hope, new intentions. So this is a pile. You guys are really ready for new beginnings. You're stepping into it. I love that for pile number 2. So we're going to explore what has fell apart or been collapsing, but what is rising up out of that. What's happening when all that old energy gets burned away? Okay. Oh yeah, temperance. I love it. What fell apart is something left you feeling real. It made you feel really imbalanced, and you're restoring balance into your life. Temperance is all about blending together those two extreme parts of yourself. I love seeing the temperance card come out and an energy about what's being reborn. So something left you feeling really imbalanced, but it's that balance is getting restored at this time. And the new self that's emerging is Judgment in the reverse, letting go of that old version of yourself. Judgment card often is like a phoenix energy because it's about being reborn, coming up from the dead. So you're still in the process of balancing your energy. Some of you may not even feel this just yet. This is what you're in the process of manifesting, is a new version of yourself. And it's okay to be in the process of that. You know, we're never fully complete in our healing. It's a process. We're constantly moving forward. And sometimes we get tripped up and we maybe get tricked into thinking that we haven't changed when we have. And it's like with this card, it was like that half dead, half alive feeling. That's the Judgment card. You know, in the traditional Rider-Waite, you have all these people rising up out of coffins. They're getting called forth. So your new self, the new version of yourself, wants to emerge. But it's going to require this balancing of your energy with the Temperance card. Because the grief that's still lingering is Four of Pentacles, that stability. I'm getting that the grief was caused by wanting a sense of stability and security. Four of Pentacles, it's like holding on for dear life. You're holding on to something. You want it to work. You don't want to just let go of it. I'm getting kind of like an anxious attachment. It's like holding on, clinging to a sense of security within yourself. It's like you were holding on for dear life. But yeah, it's like the Judgment card is about surrendering, releasing, letting it go. Letting go of that old path, that old version of yourself. And the strength that's being forged through this pain is the Four of Swords in the reverse. The strength to heal. There's a restlessness here. Some of you are deeply in the process of surrendering and healing. Because Temperance and Four of Swords are cards of healing. It's like you're giving up. You weren't going to give up on something. But you know you have to with the Four of Swords and the Judgment. It's like you're not going to understand until that peace. It's like that peace of surrender. No longer trying to hold on to it. Healing. No longer trying to like resist. It's like letting go of resistance is going to be a big theme in this reading. I can already tell. Because the identity that's dying, it's like you're ready for something new, but you have to surrender and open yourself up to something new, because the identity that died, yeah, that Two of Swords, there was a lot of indecision. There was a lot of back and forth here. Judgment card in the reverse, Two of Swords, like, yeah. Something, it's like you felt like you didn't have a choice. You felt like you had no other choice but to let go. The decision was already made. If it was a relationship, it's like you were holding on while the other person may have been letting go. And we can't control. Relationships are a perfect example because people have free will. We can't control how people are with us or whether or not they want to be with us. So it's like there's no other choice. You may have felt like the decision was out of your hands, like you weren't given the choice was made for you, and then you're in the process of having to let go of that, to surrender to that, accept that. So acceptance, that's where Temperance and Four of Swords come in, is acceptance. Some of you are really struggling with that acceptance, and that's okay. Sometimes it takes time. And then once that healing process is over, once you step into the new version of yourself, the new world for yourself, that's when all the new potential, that's when you feel like your power of choice comes back. And you always have the choice. You have free will as well. Also, like, let's say it's a job or a place to live. You want to hold on to where you live, where you work. But Spirit and the universe has other plans for you. And it can be really hard to accept that. It's like the decision gets made whether you like it or not. Because what opportunity is following this destruction is the Hermit. That's that self-reflection. The Hermit, going your own way. Wisdom, knowledge, self-awareness. Your spiritual path. Your self-awareness path. That's the new opportunity. And some of you are still in that dark cave. You're seeking the light. You're looking. Where do you go next? What do you do? Who's going to come into your life? What's your new life going to look like? What do you actually really want? The Hermit, you're having to ask yourself some really deep soul-searching questions. And the struggle that you're releasing is this Page of Swords. Yeah, not having all the information. Someone may have ghosted. You may not have been given all the information. You're having to seek answers within yourself, because the answers are definitely not coming from outside of yourself, even though you're seeking and you're asking and you're maybe asking other people for advice and you're not getting any real solid advice. The answers are going to come within yourself. Even with this tarot reading, guys, it's like even the tarot is not going to give you all the answers all the time. It can give you some insight. It's definitely great for self-reflection and whether or not the energy is going to resonate with you, but even that, it's like, and this person isn't giving you answers. It's like, I'm getting that you're just kind of left in the dark. You were trying to hold on for so long, and it's hard to have closure. Some of you are left in the dark without closure, and you're having to give yourself that closure. Is it over? Is it done? Judgment card in the reverse. Is this person coming back? Should you hold on? Should you hold on to a situation? If it's career, it's like a lot of other people are in charge of that decision, but they're not letting you in on it. You're not getting the information that you need about that promotion, that life, that path. This is when some of you are in a dark night of the soul where you're having to be in the darkness and sit in the darkness and figure something out for yourself. Because the destiny that's awakening is the Six of Cups and the past. This is like the dissolution of the past. Six of Cups, something you built. Some of you, it was a childhood home or a childhood dream. And you're having to surrender to the fact that it's not coming back. You can't recreate the past. You can't have a redo here. And your new destiny has nothing to do with this past situation, this past person, this past home, this past work. So what's awakening is going to look completely different. And what's remaining here, Knight of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles, yeah, something just stopped moving forward. Because the Knights are action takers towards stability, fiery, passionate desires, moving things forward with that. And that's just stopped. What remains is you're realizing you have nothing to show for something that you put a lot of energy into. You were trying to maybe recreate a past memory or feeling, and you're having to surrender it and let it go. And the future that's arising here is the Three of Swords, the grief. Many of you are processing grief, sadness, heartbreak. This is a reading, pile number 2, this is a reading about acceptance and healing, like being able to sit with it. Knight of Cups. And the Ten of Wands in the reverse, letting go of something from the past, opening up your heart. There could be a new romantic interest that's trying to make their way in to your life. But this is healing your heart, opening your heart back up. some more information. Noticed, you've been seen, they're becoming more aware of your presence. Someone's noticing you. You have a new person that's got their eyes on you. And they fantasize about you. They imagine scenarios with you often. You've become part of their inner world. Someone's noticing you and fantasizing about you, but you're like in the process of grieving. If this is a past relationship, it's like you're still maybe in the thick of the heartbreak, the acceptance that something was not going to go anywhere. But you're definitely being noticed and fantasized about. This is like the new person that wants to come in. Temptation, you've been drawn in even if you know you shouldn't. Desire is overpowering. Someone's feeling very tempted to come towards you. We have that cup. The cup, the Knight of Cups. Some of you need to be ready for new love to come in because it's definitely looking for you, whether you notice it or not. They notice you. And then we have attraction. They are physically and energetically drawn to you. The pull is mutual. This person's very attracted to you. And I'm getting that you are going to be mutually attracted to them. Well, it could even become obsession. Sometimes secret admirers become obsessive. You're constantly on their mind. It's hard for them to control that attraction, that temptation. But I'm also getting that you were very attracted and obsessed maybe with a past person. And you're still releasing, surrendering, grieving the process of letting them go. Someone's really holding on hard here. But yeah, you have a secret crush. Interest growing, yes. Somebody, their feelings are developing. And this isn't just a phase. Like, somebody's like really wanting you to let them in right now. Let's get some advice because you are trying to get back on path with yourself, surrendering the past, letting it go, and getting on your path. I'm getting that this person, this secret admirer that's really into you, it's like the more the more closed off you are to them, the more obsessive they get. So just be aware of that. We have ancestors, foundation, root, family, lineage. So your ancestors are here to provide security for you. You are protected. And if somebody rejected you, it was for your protection. It's hard to hear that, I know, but it does make sense. In the future, you'll understand it better. Enlightenment, emergence, insight, growth, illumination, clear path. You're going to be enlightened. You're going to get the answers that you're seeking. It's going to be illuminated for you why this did not work. And metamorphosis, transformation, change, renewal, rebirth. Yes, you're going through a metamorphosis. Things will change. You'll understand where your path is. Yeah, I've been getting that with the Hermit. Path, choices, alternative, horizon, something moving forward. This past situation, it was maybe a fantasy or an illusion. It was not something that's meant to be on your path anymore. There was a lesson here. Yeah, the light after the darkness. And I know this reading could be a little bit frustrating because it's like you want to know, but you have to find that within yourself, for yourself. And your ancestors have to reveal it to you. What else? I'm getting that, you know, the situation where you're really hung up on one person. You're hung up on somebody, but you have somebody else that's hung up on you. It's like love stinks. You love her, but she loves him. That sort of situation. It's like you're in love. It's unrequited love at all levels, but there's a big transformation that's happening as a result of it, because it's like you're both meant to be on a path of transformation. You know, the person that is running from you, you're running from the person that's pursuing you. It's a weird situation, right? And that's gonna be the aha moment about releasing, because the person that's not able to release you, you know how it feels for the person that you're not able to release. It's like enlightening you in some way about unrequited love, or why certain things get blocked, what you're pursuing. But it's like also, like if it's beyond love, just, it's like the thing that's meant to be on your path that's trying to get your attention, you're running from it because you're running over here, or you're chasing over here, and it's chasing you. And you're going to turn around and say, oh, that's what that meant. It's about surrendering it, releasing something that's not meant for you. That's going to be an aha moment. Yes, snake, deception, betrayal. There's a snake energy here. That's that temptation, right? The snake. I mean, the snake means all sorts of things, but, you know, as far as an archetype, but it's also representing temptation. Something's wanting to tempt you on your path, or there's this temptation to keep going down the wrong path. Also, we have child. That's the new beginning. Innocence, curiosity, a new beginning. Don't be tempted out of having a new beginning for yourself or moving into a new path. There's knowledge, there's awareness up ahead. But something's watching you. Be careful of some, I'm getting like maybe even like a toxic obsession. That's for some of you. Like a stalker kind of energy. Don't let your guard down. There's a difference between like chasing or still wanting to hold on to somebody versus being obsessed. You don't want that kind of energy. You don't want to be tangled up. You want to release and move forward. Yeah, protection, harmony, balance, the pentagram. Protect yourself, guard yourself from that obsessive kind of energy. You don't want to be that. And it's weird. It's like almost like you chasing or holding on to another person. The person pursuing you is becoming obsessed. That's for some of you. And they don't understand why you're just not healed, you're not ready, you're not moving on. Or letting them in. And this happens when people aren't healed. A lot of times you're not ready for a new relationship. And the person that wants you so bad doesn't understand that you're not healed, that you're not ready. There's a key, there's a solution here. For success, you're being given a key. You're going to unlock a new door. You're going to figure it out. And a word of encouragement for those that are needing some encouragement. You will get through this. You will get back to the light. Obsession, chasing, you know, holding on too tightly to an outcome. We have to surrender when we're in that energy. It's not healthy. but I'm not getting that's you. I think it might be this romantic interest. What would your higher self say to you? What would your higher self say to you right now? That's where you need to be in that hermit energy, that meditation energy. Nothing is permanent. Interesting. Some of you wanted something, Four of Pentacles, impermanence of everything. You have to accept that. Everything is always changing, and take your darkest experiences and transmute them into light. Yeah, take those dark experiences and transmute them into light. That's what you're needing to do. Temperance energy can be alchemy and transmutation of being in a really dark place. And it's like the person obsessing over you, that's teaching you a lesson about letting people go. What it feels like when someone's trying to hold on to you. You're going to understand, oh, I don't need to hold on to another person because that's not truth. That's not going to be permanent. That's where you're transmuting this back into the light. Ooh, how can you be grateful for a past experience that shaped you? How can you be grateful, Six of Cups Judgment card, for what has shaped you? Even these negative experiences are shaping you to be stronger, to be wiser, to know when something is meant for you. It's like what's meant for you will not run away. And I'm getting that this admirer is going to have to learn that lesson too, about letting you go, it not being right. Ooh, this is intense. This is intense. But I'm just going to close it out here and wish you love and light on your journey. Bye.